Hey.
Hey, Ferdi.
Marco.
Nice to see you again.
How are you doing?
Yeah, fine. How is your startup going?
Well, first things first.
Awesome. Thank you.
Try this wine, please.
Oh, yeah, that was really good wine.
It's good?
Yeah, I like it.
Perfect,
awesome wine.
perfect.
Awesome wine.
So, Marco, since we last seen each other, it's been quite a bit of time. So, I mean, we've been doing the EventStorming, right?
Yeah, can you first explain me a little bit what the business model was? I
Yes,
forgot
sure.
almost everything about it.
Of course. I mean, first of all, we got a new name. So, yes. We got a new name, Algorithmic Aromas Tasting Company. So, I mean...
That's a cool name. Where you got it from?
Yeah, we're pretty cutting edge. So, of course, we use ChatGPT. What else? I mean, nobody thinks anymore of stuff. So, actually, since we got that one, we have received a lot of funding. So, we can finally start developing our application. So that's great. Yeah, I mean... Should I maybe give you the elevator pitch again of the thing we're trying to do? So, okay, so basically what we are trying to do is we want to bring wine tasting to the year 2023, right? So nowadays people call us, they say, okay, I'd like to join a wine tasting. We tell them, fine, here's the date. Then they'll come, then they have to pay with cash. Then we have to have good sommeliers who kind of give them good recommendations for wine to try. And also the sommelier, like, hopefully he remembers the tasters. So next time they come, they kind of know what this taster
That's what you
like.
said. They don't scale, right? The sommeliers don't scale.
Yes, I mean that's why we're here, right? We are a startup. I think we have to scale. Good sommeliers don't. So yeah, that's why I'm coming to you today. Yeah.
Okay, great. So could you remind me a little bit what we actually achieved in the EventStorming?
Yeah, sure. I mean, the thing we want really to be the best in the market is the recommendation system, right? For our wines.
Yeah, I remember.
So we want to really be known for just recommending wines to people that they really love in our tastings. So I would say let's just focus on that part. Like, so that's the artifact of the EventStorming we did. So maybe
we also spoke about how the event is planned and stuff like that. So it's the whole process of the tasting actually.
Exactly.
But now we focus only on the way that the tasting itself works.
Yes,
actually. Okay,
exactly,
I see.
Exactly. So let's maybe zoom in a bit on the tasting starts. A little bit more to the left, please.
Tasting starts here. Yeah.
Exactly. So let's focus on that. Right. The tasting starts. The taster has checked in, and then there's the first recommendation for wine is given. So could you zoom in a little bit more, maybe, Marco? Thank you. So. In that case, this is a first-time taster, so that's a taster who's never been with us before. And then the taster tries the wine, so then he tried the wine is rated by the taster afterwards. And then there's two things happening actually. So one thing that's important for our business is that a weighted rating is calculated. So the thing is that our experience is that, like, after the third wine, most people rate all the wines pretty high. So that's why we have to do this. Also, we update the global ratings for our wines so that we can actually see, okay, like which wines are really loved by the tasters, which are not so much. So we can kind of improve on that over time. And then below that, what's important in that instance for the taster actually is he still standing? Like if he's not standing, we probably shouldn't recommend any more wines, right? So that wouldn't be a good idea for any of the parties involved. If he's not or she's not really stable anymore, like probably we hopefully happy, maybe drunk, so that's it there. Otherwise, we recommend next wine, and then the whole cycle begins again, right? So that's basically the recommendation.
I
thing.
remember now. That was the common understanding we got there. Yeah, very cool, very nice. Okay, let's see. Now the question is, how should we continue from there? Maybe we could try this new idea which I recently discovered. So let me tell you a little bit about it. There is actually a book from Scott Flushin. I was at a conference and I see Scott Flushin there, and I think this method was really interesting. Actually, I think that would be really good on my CV to use that. Anyway, don't mind it. I don't mind it. I think it would be really helpful for your business to use this method.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So, and I would, first tell you a little bit about it, how this actually works. But also, we could ask the audience: does somebody knows functional domain modeling? Some people know it. Anyone tried it already in a project? No? Okay. So we had to change that. Okay. So first, you remember we always have this understanding gap. You tell me how your business works, and sometimes I get it, sometimes I don't.
But you are not understanding me, you mean?
Yeah, I understand you.
Okay.
Hopefully, I understand you now.
Mm-hmm.
So in the past, we used stuff like entity relationship diagrams and UML to make it more visible, to work on that together to actually came up with a deep understanding how your business rules work. Somebody, few remember ERDs and UML? Some people nodding, some hands up. Okay, most of them, I think. So did you like it?
Honestly, I didn't really get it most of the time, so no.
I kind of liked it, but I remember that it was like a little bit complicated with the meta model, and it's not really easy for you to collaborate on that, right?
Yeah.
So nowadays we use stuff like EventStorming or domain storytelling, and it got much easier for us to collaborate actually. And this is really good. This is really good. So now we have a common understanding. You explained me how this process will work, but there is still one gap. So you see, the issue is we are working on pictures. We are working on a common understanding in an abstract level, but we are not working together on the actual code. And what I would like you to do is to verify if the stuff I write is actually what you really meant. I mean, it's not your understanding that finally makes the app, or not your decisions, your specifications. It's my understanding that actually makes the app. Mm-hmm. So what I want to be possible is that I can directly work on the code, and you can verify that this makes sense. And don't fear. You don't have to look at the implementation code like loops and stuff like that. You could just look at your business rules directly in the code. That's the basic idea. So you should be able to verify it. You also don't need to write it. Just look over my shoulder and tell me if what I'm doing is correct.
Sounds good, yeah.
And for this to be possible, we will use types. So don't worry about that. The idea is that we will also still be at an abstract level, but not like a graphic or some boxes and lines. Now we will have some actual code. Now we will have some possibility to be very precise. So if you specify a business rule, I can put it very precisely into code. That's the idea. And also, I can use it later to do the actual implementation. So that's 2 for 1. So the goal is to have a common understanding, to be very explicit, to be very specific, and like I said, it's also a starting point for the actual implementation. So I would say, let's start.
Let's do it.
So you told me, what was the most important thing where you want to start with?
Well, the recommendations basically, right? That's the one thing we really want to be good at and to be known for. So I think that's the most important thing for our business.
Okay, I see. So the point is, you always start with behavior. So we don't want to focus on the data too much. We want to start with the actual behavior. So what we can do is, we can say we have, how do you call it? You recommend a wine, right?
Yeah, we recommend a wine, yep.
You recommend a wine. And so this, there are several wines, I think, wines. And so from this, we will select one for the recommendation. Oops.
What?
No, forget this. That's just my EDS stuff here. Always. Okay, so you understand?
No.
Okay.
Not at all.
It's not really complicated. So what you're seeing on the screen is what we call a function. So all you need to know is what comes in, what goes out. So recommended wine is a function. This comes in, this goes out. So we have basically a list of wines, and what we get from that is one wine which you recommend, right?
Yes. I mean, could we maybe go back to the event storming and kind of show me where we actually are in the whole...
Okay, I see. Okay, let's do this. So where's the event storming? It's on. I don't get it. Something always wrong with the screen. Sorry for that. So let's go to the event, back to the event storming. I can scroll from there. Okay, yeah. So we are recommending a wine. So the taster has tried the wine. Oh, actually there is the first recommendation over here. And then the taster tries the wine. So basically,
maybe zoom in a little bit more, Marco, even. Yeah, thank you.
So
my eyes are not
the
best.
I see. So this is basically what we're trying to achieve. So this is the event that the first recommendation is given. So to get this, we need to apply this behavior of recommend a wine, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's go back to the code. So to recommend a wine, we have a list of wines and we select one, right?
So list of wine, what's that? Like
one wine bottle, another one, another one.
So do you mean like our wine cellar that we have?
Ah, you call it a wine cellar. Okay, let's put it in the code here. This is a wine cellar, actually.
Like you mean the where we get our wines for our tasting, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, yeah.
So you call this a wine cellar. Actually, now we have to deal with this red lines here. So the point is, we don't need to define what a wine is yet. We can save this for later. We first start with the behavior. We want to get a basic understanding how the process works. So what I can do is we can just say that the wine, the type wine is now is unknown. So this means we have a type wine, but we just don't know it yet. We can always define it.
So I don't have to care, you say, basically, about the unknown.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
We can be a little more clear what a wine cellar actually is. So we know a wine cellar is what I would call a list of wine. These brackets just mean there are several of them.
I see.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's go with that. So then, we recommend a wine. You get something from your wine cellar, and then you select one of these. Some of your experts, how they're called?
Sommeliers.
Yeah. One of these guys
Yeah.
goes to the cellar and takes a wine and brings it back. That's it?
Yeah.
Okay. And is it always just one wine they take from the cellar, or?
I mean, it depends. Actually, most of the time we come with 3 wines.
It's 3 wines. Okay.
So
okay.
yeah, so the sommelier kind of, he hopefully knows what the taster likes. He brings 3 wines, and the taster then chooses one of those.
Okay,
to
so
taste.
it can be several wines, like 3 or 4 or 2.
It's always 3, Marco. Don't get ahead of yourself here. I'm the expert.
Okay.
You are the typing guy.
Sorry
okay?
for that. I see. Oh, I'm not very good with this IDE here. Oh, so it's 2 wines and the 3rd one. So, okay, awesome. So actually what this means, it's exactly 3 wines. Now we are not getting like several wines.
Yes.
It's always exactly 3 wines. That's what you
You
meant.
got me, yeah. 3
Okay,
wines,
awesome,
yeah, exactly.
perfect.
That's our
So-
recommendation we give, right? That's our...
Okay, so the sommelier brings the 3 wines, and then the taster tastes all the 3 wines.
No. He has
No?
to choose one to taste. He can't taste 3 wines at once.
Okay, I see. So yeah, how does this work? So then this is so maybe let's think a little bit about the terms here. So this is the recommendation you give, right?
Yes.
Is this correct, or
Yeah,
is this just
okay.
the one wine he selects? No.
No, that's a recommendation.
This is the wine
We
recommendation.
recommend 3 wines.
Okay, then let's call this a wine recommendation. Wine recommendation. Okay, and a wine recommendation actually is exactly these 3 wines that we have before. Okay, I
So,
see.
Marco, one thing I really don't get is, why is your screen so damn dark?
Because I live in a cellar. No.
Could you maybe change that for me? I
Yeah,
have a hard time.
sure. Oops. Wait, that was. And maybe put it like this one is nice.
That's okay. Yeah, I can work with that. Yeah, thank you.
Okay. So you said he doesn't taste all 3.
Exactly. Yeah,
So
only one.
He tastes only 1, and for this one he gives what? What does it do with this one wine?
Well, he chooses one wine. He tastes the wine, and then he says, "I like the wine. I don't like the wine." Hopefully, he doesn't spit the wine out. Like,
okay,
that's what we hope for, yeah.
This is a rating, right? This
exactly.
Is like, okay.
Yeah.
So
He gives a rating of the
He
wine.
gives the
tasted,
rating of
yeah.
the wine. Okay, then let's call this a wine rating. And a wine rating actually needs to have the wine, and it also have a rating. I have no idea what this is yet, but let's just put it in, and I can also define it as rating equals undefined, unknown for now. Unknown for now. Okay, let's start with that. So this basically matches a specific wine to a specific rating. Okay, I understand that. So, and what does he do? I mean, he gets the rating and then he needs to input it into the app, right?
Well, I mean, basically, I want a really simple rating, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Let's first start with the behavior. So let's
Okay.
call this rate wine. I have no idea how this works yet, but I could say, we have some behavior which takes a rating, which we now know is a wine rating, whatever that means. And I still have no idea what I do with this, but I can at least insert already the behavior. So, and now we can talk a little bit in more detail what this rating actually is.
okay.
What is the rating?
I mean, what we want to do, we want to make it really simple for our tasters, so we don't want to overwhelm them. So, like, I just want to do it like I know it from Google Maps. I just want some star rating. 5 stars is good, 1 star is bad.
Okay, you can insert stars, like, I don't know, 3.5 stars or something like that.
No, just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stars. That's
Okay,
it. Don't get too fancy here, please.
What type should we use for that? So maybe we can ask the audience. What type should I use for the rating? Somebody has an idea? Star rating would be a better name. That's already awesome. This is a star rating, right?
I want
because
stars. I want stars.
That's already
yellow,
very good.
Yellow stars, please.
I don't call it yellow star rating. Star rating is fine, right?
Star rating, maybe that's a common, yeah.
Okay. Let's call it star rating, so that's also makes it a little bit more clear. But we can have the stars in every. Can have this in every color you like later in the app. That's
okay.
So
that sounds perfect.
But what I am interested in is what type should we use to represent these possible star ratings? What? That's an awesome answer. Let's do exactly that. I mean, I could have used a number or something like that, but then there are too many options which are not valid. So
1,
I only
2,
want to
3, 4, 5.
Yeah, I only want
stars,
to represent the valid values,
yes.
right? So let's do a union. In TypeScript, actually, this is called discriminated union type. Oops. But it doesn't matter. So this is basically like an OR. It's either 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. So it can only be one of these possible values. Okay? So
there's something red. Is that means something is wrong?
Yeah.
Like
the star rating is now no longer unknown. I need to delete this one. Yeah, you're completely right.
Okay.
So this still matches your business understanding, right? Oh, and also need to change this one to star rating. So my compiler is always helping me. I think this is good because I make a lot of mistakes, as you can see.
Sounds good, yeah.
Okay, so now we have the star rating. How can we continue from that? So, the question is, what do we do with this rating? What's your idea?
Well, so right now the sommelier has to remember the rating. So the taster says, I like the wine, for example, and then the sommelier, based on that feedback of the last wine he brought, he has to decide.
So if you say you like the wine, you get another similar one, right?
Exactly, yeah.
Oh my God, I'm doomed. That's nice. Then you need to have some profile where you can put this information in, right?
You mean like a profile for the taster? Or
yeah, exactly. So basically, we need to save it somehow. So and to do it in a functional way, you need to put it in and put the saved version of it out. So we don't want to do it as a side effect. We want to put the old value in the old profile and want to get the new profile out of it, which has this changed information. So how would you call it? This profile, what is it?
I would say taster profile, maybe.
Taster profile, okay. So taster, let's just call the variable profile, don't mind that. Important is the type. This is the taster profile. Or could we even say this is the taster rating profile? Is this more specific?
I mean, if it helps, yeah.
It's the business language. If you don't use the term,
it is about the rating, so it would be more clear to me
okay.
Also. Yeah, so let's use that one.
Let's keep this one. So okay, taster rating profile goes in, and taster rating profile goes out. And now we can also take a look what this taster rating profile actually is. So what's in there?
Well, actually, we have this other consultant. He promised us some AI stuff, which is really smart. So I don't know actually.
Oh, okay, then let's not care about this. So we can always think about it later.
Maybe
So-
you'll talk to him later. Maybe.
yeah. Then we need
Okay.
to find out what API he needs. Okay.
Good.
That's
Yeah.
okay. Okay. So let's just call it a taster rating profile, and we can work with that. So okay. So we can use it for the recommendation as well. Is this right? I mean, now we have this. Can we go back to the EventStorming maybe? And
Yeah, sure.
take
Please.
another look there. So how does it work? So you get a recommendation.
Maybe
taster-
zoom in a bit again, please.
to
My
taste
eyes,
that
you know.
tries the wine, and it's rated by him.
Well, first there's the first with the new. What we are doing is the new taster, you know. So there's a new taster coming in, and at that point, the sommelier really has to use his experience of kind of.
So if a
What-
new taster comes in, he doesn't have a profile yet. That's what you want to say, right?
Well, basically, right now in the real world, we don't know anything about the taste of this particular taster. So we
I see.
have to kind of.
But later on, he has a profile.
Yeah, I mean
then you can
that's
use
our
that.
that's our whole business idea, right? To actually get smarter with each wine that you taster
Okay,
rates.
I get it. So let's maybe let's think about it. How could I do this? I can try to make this really generalized, so we can use it in a lot of different situations. Yeah. I think we could do it like this. So the recommend wine could, let's change that one. The recommend wine can go to the wine cellar. Then we have this option of having a profile or having not a profile, and then we giving.
Hey, Marco, you said I should understand this.
Yeah,
And
you should tell me if this is your correct
You are coming
business
with options and question marks, like what's
rule. Okay.
what's
maybe,
happening here?
Yeah, maybe we can do it differently. Maybe I was a little bit ahead of myself. Let's do it differently. So we can make it even more explicit. So, what the fuck? Okay, let's make it more explicit. Let's say we have two different kinds of recommendation. So this is the first time recommendation, right? And this is the next recommendation.
Exactly, yeah.
So,
that's
and-
what I told you.
And
yeah.
one of them, this one doesn't need a profile, but this
Well,
one,
Yeah, we just don't know anything about the taster yet. So I mean, if there's a profile or not, we just have to kind of take our best guess at that point, you know.
Okay, I see. So maybe we can do it more explicitly and model it as two actual functions. Let's try this one. Just one moment. So let's try it like this. So taster rating profile. Oh, taster rater profile. It's taster rating profile. I mistyped it. So taster rating profile. Okay. So now it's explicit. So you see, this is the, let's start with this one. I can also put it before that. So the first behavior is that we recommend the first wine, and then you go, sommelier, go to the wine cellar and comes up with a wine recommendation of these three wines. So, but if you already have a profile, you can recommend the next wine, go to the wine cellar, and also come up with a wine recommendation.
I see. So now it's like on the EventStorming.
Exactly. Now it's
did,
really
okay.
explicit what's happened there.
I see.
There's
Cool. Yeah.
no need to overgeneralize it already. Okay.
Whatever.
Makes sense.
I get it now. That's
Yeah, that's the
Most
most
important
important
part for
thing.
me. I mean,
Shouldn't be too fancy with the types. You're right. So, and then I think we could already think actually a little bit about data modeling, because now we need to know what the wine actually looks. So could you please describe me what a wine actually is? So from the data.
Yeah, I mean, we have, like, each wine has a name, has a color, has a grape, and I would say a year. Maybe we'll start.
Okay,
we'll start
let
really
me type
simple.
this really fast. Okay, so there it is.
Wow, this guy is amazing. He's worth his money.
So also I need to delete my old unknown definition. So okay, this is a wine. So just let me make some things clear here. So instead of putting something like string here, do you know what a string is?
Nope.
Okay,
Should
that's
I,
fine. No. That's completely fine.
Yeah, I mean, I lived my life for over 30 years without knowing what. Is it important?
Yeah, no, it's not important.
Okay.
I mean, we really want to use the business terms here. So I could just say a name is a name, and the color is a wine color, and the grape is a grape.
Which
and
it is,
then,
right?
And
Which it is,
really is. And then
Okay.
we can define the technical details later. I already did this, but you don't need to care what like the actual data type in the system will later be. Just where it makes sense for you. For example, you told me the wine color. It can only be red, white, or rosé. So we can put it directly into the system. And the string can be like anything. And
So,
the year
okay. I
you
see.
could be more precise on the year also, but don't let to go to this detail right now. So, okay, I think we have everything to start implementing the first recommendation engine, right?
Well, yeah, I would say let's try it out and see if our tasters like it. Yeah.
Awesome. Then I would say, let's meet again in like, okay, something weird is happening. Let's meet again in like 3 weeks, and then we will see if it works and everybody is happy.
Sounds good. Yeah. So I'm just gonna let you figure out your technical stuff there.
Okay.
I have some meetings to attend. Bye.
Bye. Hey,
Marco.
Ferdi, nice to see you again.
Hey, how you doing?
Yeah, very. Yeah. Let's do it this way. Okay. Very good, very good. So the app is live. You launched successfully.
Maybe first try the wine, please.
Really good, really good. I really like the wine.
Could you rate it?
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Sure.
So we can get
It's 5 stars, right?
5 stars.
5 stars. Yeah.
Perfect. You really liked it. Nice. So, well, we did some testing, right? Actually, and it went pretty well. Some testers were pretty happy. But as I said, we did it with testers who have never been with us before because the app is quite new, right? So all new testers.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing which was happening was that sometimes the issue was that tasters come in, they get a wine which was, for example, really sweet, and they say, okay, 1-star rating. I don't like the sweet wine at all. And then they get a new recommendation by the system you wrote.
On my system. System I
System.
wrote. Okay.
Yeah. And it recommended sweet wines again. So we had
Really? Oh,
yeah.
oops.
So they had a wine which they didn't like, and then they got a similar wine on the second try. So that's kind of, we really try to be the best in the market with the recommendations, and then
that's really weird.
That's really
Okay,
bad.
that's
Like
really
with
weird.
new customers, it's really important to make a good first impression, right?
Okay. I take a look at the code and I will fix this.
Okay, good.
Can solve this. No time.
good.
No problem. So maybe the audience can help me. So this is the code. Have you any idea what's wrong here? So let's start in line 1. So we have a function which takes the rating directly from the UI. You can imagine this is like something like a controller method or somewhere connected to the domain. You might call it a port or something. So it gets the rating from the UI, it gets the profile, and it gets the wine cellar where all the wines are listed, which we can recommend. So then in line 6, we update the profile. So we rate the wine, the rating from the UI goes in, the profile goes in, and we get an updated profile out. In line 8, we save this profile, and in line 10, we get a new recommendation with the profile, and then we give this recommendation back. Sorry? I'm not using the updated profile. In line 10, oh my God, you're right. You're right, you found a bug, oh my God. Yeah, sure. I should have used the updated profile, you're right, oh my God.
So external consultants are the solution to our problems?
Yeah, I just asked a friend.
Okay, nice, maybe. Give
okay,
me your
okay.
number, maybe later on we can,
Okay, let me for my safety, I will change this code that this will never happen again, okay? So we make sure by the types, by the business rules, that this will never happen again, okay?
Whatever, if it will never happen again, I'm fine, yeah, please.
Okay.
Fix it.
To actually make it possible that this will never happen again, we need to make this information clear in the type system. So what I want to do is, instead of saying this recommended next wine can just work with a profile, I need to say that it can only work with an actual updated taster rating profile. So I would introduce a new type, the updated taster rating profile, and the rate wine returns an updated taster rating profile, so we know this is the one that has been changed. And then we make sure that the recommended next wine can only work with an updated taster rating profile. So basically we make this process steps clear in the code, in the type system, so it's not possible to circumvent the steps or the way this process actually works. So, and this is a little bit language specific. You don't need to worry about this one. This is the way TypeScript does it. That's a pattern called branding. What we basically do is we're using exactly the same information, exactly the same code for this type, but we put like a tag on it or a brand on it, it is called. And now it needs to check not only if the data matches, but also if it is of this specific type.
So this comes into the bucket of PO does not have to care? Or?
Yeah. Don't need to care about how this tagging works, but you have to care about that now we have a different type and it has a different meaning. If the name is clear to you, it's an updated taster rating profile, then I'm fine.
Makes sense, yeah.
Okay, so let's go back to the original code, and you see what's happening here?
It's red.
Yeah, actually the compiler got my problem because now I make it clear with the types. I should have done this in the beginning, to be honest, so would be better. So now I can replace the profile with the updated profile, and then we are sure that the code actually works.
So you're saying we are not having this problem anymore?
Yes.
Sounds good, yeah. So I'd say let's do some more testing, and then we'll meet again in maybe say 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Yeah, let's say in 3 weeks, that's fine. And then, yeah, we will see.
All right, Marco.
See you.
Marco.
Hey, Ferdi.
Hey.
How's your business doing?
It's doing good. We had really successful testing and tastings. People really loved the recommendations they got. So it seems your little bug is fixed.
Nice.
And also, I mean, we have a new recommendation for you. Like, this is only one, but would you like this to try this one again? Based on
matching my profile?
It's like based on your
my previous ratings?
Yeah.
I'm completely fine. Thank you.
Beer?
Not today.
Not today.
Not today.
Whatever. Next time maybe. All right, whatever.
So the application is working.
Yeah.
What do you
so,
need from me?
I mean, why did I come to you? Because I mean the recommendation system is working quite well, but the thing is we don't make enough money, so we have to get additional revenue streams. And the idea is to kind of, we have this app anyways. People come, they rate wines, etc., etc. But what we actually want to do is we want also to be able to do ads and kind of sell more wines so that people can buy some more wines they liked in the tasting. So
you have a sale.
Yes, it's a sale. Yeah, some wines are on sale.
On
basically.
sale. Okay,
yeah.
okay, on sale. Okay, let's call it on sale. So the wines are on sale. I see. And yeah. So wine is either on sale or not, right?
Exactly, and we have different kinds of sales. Like we want to have a stock sale, right? And on a stock sale, we have a particular amount of wines that are in stock that we can sell for this price. So these are the wines that at the venue they are trying the wines, tasting the wines. They can then basically buy until the stock is empty. In that.
So okay, we need to report the stock. So
exactly.
How many?
Yeah.
Okay,
how many are left? Basically.
How many are there? Okay. Report the stock.
And then we also have like campaigns.
Okay.
And a campaign is always like a kind of a campaign sale. It starts, for example, a Christmas sale. It starts maybe on the 20th of December. It ends on the 29th of December. That's always the start and the end. That's the kind of a campaign sales thing we want to do. Yeah.
Let me type this really quick. So, and okay. So this is it. So you have something is on sale or is not on sale. You have it could be a stock sale. Then you have this number, how many is in the stock, or it just has this campaign start and end date. Is it? What about if you, let's say, for example, an article is on a stock sale? Can the stock sale also has a date? Like, for example, it's on a stock sale and then it starts at a specific date?
No. A stock sale only has a number of stocks. It doesn't have a start and the end date.
Okay, let's say we don't have a stock sale. Then you don't have a stock? Or is it like the number of wines you have in stock?
We don't care about the stock we have overall in our whole company. We only care about, the customers at a venue. It says, okay, only 30 bottles left for this price.
This is not a general stock, it's just a stock for the sale. So
yes.
It actually makes no sense to have a stock if there is no sale.
Exactly.
Oh, okay. Then let's do this.
I mean, we only care. We are developing an app, right? So that's what I care about.
Then let me do this differently. Then let's say we have this on sale type, which is on sale.
Let's maybe do the fast typing again. We are I have to go soon.
Yeah. You're completely right. I type it a little bit faster. So the wine is on sale, and
amazing.
Let's do it like this. It's either not on sale, could be a stock sale, or it could be a campaign sale. So now we make it really explicit. It's not like just true and false, sale or not sale. We have these different types of sale. If something is not on sale, we don't need any of this information like stock and dates. But if we have a campaign sale, we need the from and the to date. And if it's a stock sale, we just need this stock number so we know how many are still possible to be on sale.
Finally, a devs understands me. Thank you, Marco.
Awesome. Thank
amazing.
you, Ferdi. It was an honor to work with you.
Great.
So
that's it with our little theater play. Now I can come back as a developer. I'm not a PO actually. So
let's step out of the roles. Yeah, we are actually both developers in real life. And
Marco, wait. Your thing is. I'll just have it here.
And Ferdi, it was really important for him to make this clear that he is not a PO in real life. So,
just kidding. I don't have anything against POs.
Okay. Now, so let's take a look.
This is my career, you never know what.
Back at the presentation, and let's wrap it up a little bit.
Yeah.
So you have seen what domain modeling looks like, and I'm sure it can look a little bit different in practice than the way we just did it. But to get a general idea. Basically, it's a technique for working with business people without them looking at the code and not having them running away. So this is the basic idea behind it. So what happens before is usually event storming or domain storytelling or any kind of collaborative modeling, actually. And then you see the advantages. It's actually real. It's real code. You can use it to implement against it. It's not just a picture. Everybody can read it. And we use the types for doing that. So yeah, in order to use the types, you need a strong type system. And in the original book from Scott, he uses F#. So maybe let's ask the audience who has an F# project. Some people has. Awesome, awesome. I really envy you. Most of our clients, unfortunately, don't have F# or don't want to use F#. So we are usually constrained to mainstream languages. And so we needed to find out which of the mainstream languages still have a type system which is good enough to do functional domain modeling. And as you can see, for us at least, TypeScript and Kotlin fit the bill. It's possible that there are others out there as well, which we just don't know yet. But usually our clients, unfortunately, doesn't want us to work with Idris or Elm or Frasier or something like that. So we needed to find something like TypeScript or Kotlin, which we could actually work with. So, and
Let's quickly go over the patterns we used in the talk. So to go over them again, one thing was explicit options. We always prefer on not having a Boolean which says true or false, is on sale, true or false, but actually have a type, like have kind of an enum or something, or a union type which says and either not on sale or on stock sale. So that's more explicit. Next.
Yeah, and also, I mean, that was said here already today, that you only want to make valid values actually valid in your system. So, and of course, there are different ways how you can do this. And in functional domain modeling, what we usually do is we want to have the compiler already help us, so that we can only represent types that are actually valid, or values that are actually valid by their types. And in this example, we have additional data for the sale. When it's not on sale, we don't have additional data. If we have a stock sale, we only have stock. If we have a campaign, we have a from and an end date, and we can make this really explicit in the type system. So yeah, if I put a value in there, like for example, a stock sale, and it has a from date, we get a compiler error, and that's what we really want. So you can imagine this as like an enum with a payload, basically. This is called a discriminated union type, and it can has additional information just besides the type, additional payloads. But basically, it's like like a very blown up enum. Yeah.
Explicit data, yeah, we just want to do things explicitly, right? We could use a number, but then it would be every number you can imagine, which fits in that type. But we actually said, I want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stars. So he actually encoded it away. The same thing with wines in TypeScript. You can say there's only, so this type is not more and not less than 3 wines, basically. So yeah.
And yeah, this is also come more from the functional side here, that we want usually to avoid side effects. So instead of doing the saving as a side effect, changing the original value, I think I've already seen in the morning something about immutable types. This is the same thing. So you want to give back a new value object which is changed. So we do this here with the taster rating profile.
Yeah, explicit workflow, that was the example with the special type we have for the updated taster rating profile, right? To make it safe, bake it into the type system that we actually can call the second function with the wrong type, with a not updated. Next. And we started outside in, right? We started with the result, behavior first. We didn't care about like all the different wine stuff. We just focus on the behavior, add details later.
It's also a good property of the type system that you can just delay decisions for later and say, okay, this is unknown yet, but we can still think about the behavior, we can still model it, and then fill in the details later.
Yeah, next. Yeah, that's already said. Omit details. I think we have to hurry up a bit. Explicit behavior, yeah, we actually didn't do the profile, the optional thing. We opted for 2 functions, which make it more clear which type of recommendation it is. Next.
Yeah, I think it's interesting to see this is basically 2 things that's demonstrated here. One thing is, of course, to be explicit, and the other problem we have here, I mean, options can be fine, but you also have to think about not using too fancy concepts of the type system. So otherwise your PO might be overwhelmed, or it might not be very readable by the non-technical people.
And well, use business terms, right? That's why we're here. We try to get the business knowledge into our code base, and that's just really important. And
so instead of using just a string, we already call this type a grape, even if it just is a string. So we can later on still change the type and decide differently how to model it explicitly.
And yeah, try this at home. I mean, that's our wrap up. Be precise and explicit. Don't be too fancy with codes that your PO doesn't like runs away screaming. And listen carefully to the domain experts. Always listen
carefully to the domain experts. Yeah,
exactly. So that's it.
That's all we have.
Thank you.